Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? I know, I'm late to the party. As always, I usually am late to these things. I'm not on top of like what's the new craziness going on YouTube, especially when it comes to like commentary reactions, man. I'm just late to the punch when it comes to this. But we're getting it anyway because I am interested in this. And I figure, why not, right? It's a win-win all around. At least I would hope so. We're going to be looking into Superman, the official trailer. And I believe this one is directed by James Gunn. Now, I haven't been following a lot of the superhero films, both from Marvel and in DC. I mean, the only recent one that I've been checking out is The Penguin, which, again, I'm definitely loving that. And I hope that you guys are enjoying my watch through with that. But that inspired me to go ahead and check out more of the DC universe because, again, I love the Batman. I'm really loving the Penguin, and I really want to check out Superman. Now, before I get into anything, I just want to let this thing play. So without further ado, I'm going to do just that, and we're going to see some things that hopefully intrigue me. And I have some thoughts that I would like to, express about Superman, especially when it comes to the other Superman films, and maybe some more about the trailer. So we'll get to that after the trailer, but right now we're just going to watch this and see what happens. So without further ado, let's hop into the Superman teaser trailer. Play. Ooh, if you guys aren't listening to this with headphones, you hear the crackling of that snow. There could be several things that make Superman draw blood. So I'm curious as to what that could be. That's his damn dog. That's pretty great. Oh man, I got crypto in this.
Take me home.
I mean, it really does feel like a superhero film. That's kind of cool, man.
Superman.
All right. Okay. All right, that was, and then you got Angry Joe. Damn. Oh, Angry Joe, my dog. I love you, bro. I love you, man. But that was hilarious. So let's get into this. Before we get into it, actually, I want to express some thoughts that I personally really enjoyed about this trailer. I'm going to mute this because death. I extremely dig the look of this. I feel like Superman is more than enough ready to come back to having colors, which is ironic because, Marvel, on the other hand, doesn't do that, doesn't have that. And I don't want to make this about a Marvel thing. I'm just telling y'all my opinion. This is literally just my experience as a person that is consuming freaking and have observed superhero films over the years. So this is just my honest opinion from an audience perspective. It's nice to see damn Superman so colorful. It's nice to see just in general a superhero film with color, with like actual color grading and saturation. I think that's beautiful. And I think that's great. Not to say that the Batman did it. Obviously, it did. It made sense for the Batman to have the doom and gloom, whereas you have Superman's world, which I'm assuming is Metropolis, being this saturated feeling. I think it just goes hand in hand more so with the character, the color theory that is. So I'm excited to see some color in that. Another thing that I did notice is what I'll touch into now because I feel like I'll forget about it, but it's what I think makes Superman so great. Now, I love the idea of Superman when it comes to like family values, how to be like a model citizen. I think that's the birthplace of Superman. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that as time went on, especially as the comics continued, Superman became a lot more complex. That's not a bad thing, by the way. I like that there are complex stories, but I feel like throughout that complexion, the values of Superman, the core values of Superman, have gotten lost. We forgot what Superman really stood for, and that is, being there for the person, being able to save the day, appreciating the family values of, again, him having his mother, having his father, who aren't really his mother and his father. Um, these things that I think us as normal civilians can really latch ourselves to, and it doesn't abstract us from Superman. And we can do the same thing with Batman. I mean, we can also do the same thing with a lot of other characters too. I mean, that's the whole importance to the power of superheroes in general. So it's nice being able to see, especially looking at this frame of Superman being close to, I'm assuming, his father here, and other things that I see with like the crypto and the dogs and everything. I think that's really really cool. Whereas I feel like the other films of Superman have just been depressing, man. And not to say that they're bad. I love Man of Steel. I still think Man of Steel, whether this is controversial or not, I still think Man of Steel is my favorite Superman film. Now I grew up with Dragon Ball Z, so maybe that is a little biased, but my only gripe with Man of Steel was how they did his father. I truly wish, and I still think they should do it, that he loses his father to something that Superman can't win against. I still think they should have had his father die from maybe an incurable disease, maybe cancer. I mean, again, it's the relatability of Superman is with the audience. We can't be like Superman, but we should still have hope for a Superman. I think that's the beautiful thing about the character, the creation of this character. And again, if you guys can let me know if I'm wrong about that. But I just wish that his father in Man of Steel, instead of getting swept away by Twister, the movie, um, like he passed away through cancer or something that Superman literally, with all of his power, with all of his might, can't fix. I think that would have been such a great way to create that relatability and maybe strengthen the resolve and the meaning to Superman when it comes to saving others. Now, another thing that I truly love about this that I want to get into here uh, are these wide angles. Let me go back to that. Look at that. It looks like, it honestly looks like when they have this action of wide angle, which I'm actually, that's actually really cool. It looks like they are using the lens and changing the actual length of the lens as they sweep around, making it even wider. So maybe it's like at a 35 or maybe even at a 24, which is a wide lens. And as they sweep around, it goes even wider to like a 12. Um, and that creates this, again, exaggerating the frame. And I think that's a perfect example for, I think, what comic books would do with superheroes, especially in Superman's world, should do it. I think that's a really clever way, just filmmaking and camera wise, to do. And I hope there's a lot more fun camera movements. Now, I will say this because again, I want y'all to know my thoughts with this. Okay, you guys got to be real with me. All right, like if you are a ride or die for any of these things. Like I don't care about the war between Marvel and DC. I don't care about it. All right. So if you are about that, this is not the place for you because I don't have a side. I don't really give a damn. But the one thing I do have to say, let me see if I can find the kaiju. Um, is the CGI. Okay. Obviously, that is something that for me personally, after I think I've seen a little bit of the Flash, I can't even touch on the story of the Flash because I haven't seen it. But from what I've seen of the Flash and the CGI, it didn't look too good. It didn't look good. It did not. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because, well, actually, I'm lying. I do know why. I can assume why, actually. Maybe because of all the rewrites, the reshooting. I think that was also being shot around COVID. There was a lot of obstacles that probably got in the way, and a lot of things coming down to the VFX artists having to really, touch up a lot of things. So I really do hope that the CGI is just better. I really do. What I'm looking at right now, the kaiju looks really good. Just from this frame alone, it looks really good. It looks like it fits the color grading. I'm looking at the light references, and it looks like the lighting makes sense. Now I can only say that from the frame. Obviously, get a little bit more difficult when things are in motion. But from what I'm seeing right now, like just looking at the eyes, looking at the miniature details, this is really good VFX. That's really, really great. And that gets me very excited because I want my kaiju battles. I want my Dragon Ball Z. Again, that's my favorite thing that I love about Man of Steel. So if I can have that, then thank you. Um, I know there's a bunch of other things, but I really want to touch on, again, before I forget, the relatability of Superman. And again, one of my favorite scenes from Man of Steel. I'm bringing it up because, like, that's my favorite Superman film. Shut up, okay? Um, that moment, again, these family values, out of all the superheroes, Superman isn't someone I can really relate to, if I'm being honest with you. There's a bunch of other characters that I feel like just relate more to my experiences and just who I am, all of that. Superman is not really one of them. However, in Man of Steel, and if those of you out there with a loving mother, you know the scene when Zod is threatening his mother and Superman just booms. Like he this man just snaps. He booms away and instantly goes to Zod and just like lifts him up and just flies him away. And he's just punching him in midair as he's tossing him through like gas tanks, saying, "You think you can threaten my mother?" That was so incredible. And again, it's those moments that I hope I get to feel, I hope I get to see and experience, not visually, but also emotionally, just here. I want this. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to feel it, so that way I can feel the power of Superman that obviously I don't have, right? But anybody, any person. I mean, you could be a guy, a girl with a loving mother. If someone messes with your mother, that's like you get primal. I don't care how kind you are as a human being. I feel like all that goes out the window when someone tries to like threaten your mother. So again, as much as I am very excited from this trailer, by the way, I really am. I'm looking at all of these beautiful shots, like of Superman, and I'm assuming Lois Lane, and I hope that's just not a random woman. Of them just lifting in the air, showing romance, that all that good stuff. This is a really good teaser trailer. However, again, I really hope that the story comes clutch. I hope the writing comes clutch in this body of visual work, because I think those moments that I just talked about, the family values, the you think you can threaten my mother moment, the father losing his life to something that I wish they did and Man of Steel, instead of a twister to like maybe cancer or a disease or even dementia or something like that. I feel like those things that can bring Superman to relatability is what I'm really hoping for. I think it's one of the reasons that Superman came into existence to begin with, and not just Superman. A lot of people, a lot of superheroes and supervillains. I'm excited to hopefully see and more so feel. Rather, I hope to feel more from this Superman film. So, I mean, guys, that's my 2 cents, man. That's my 2 cents. This isn't the channel to like, have me gush over every minor thing that's within this teaser trailer. I see, Luthor Corp. I see the homie playing Lex Luthor. I think he looks very bald, so that's a good start. I saw the Green Lantern one. I saw the Hawk Girl, or it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that you guys are too. And I hope that you guys, comment below and let me know your thoughts on this teaser trailer. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Just make sure to tell me why, okay? Because if you just say you don't like it, then, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't think anybody cares. All right, guys. Peace out. Yeah, stay tuned for more, and y'all be good. Peace.
Purple jacket, pocket full of weed. Everything that I should ever need. Grab some matches cause they give them free. Just like my time. Hair pulled back in the backseat.